Hi everyone, and welcome to our stream challenge week 3. So this week we are doing some food architecture. It's basically building with food items. So for today's project, I've got some tiny marshmallows. These are really stale, which is great for using because I'm not wasting food, although you can eat your food architecture afterwards if you want. So I've got some marshmallows and I've got some spaghetti. And we are going to be creating structures. All right, so we have our spaghetti noodles here. And one of the things you note about spaghetti noodles is they are long, they are bendy, and they do break pretty easily when you bend them. So what we want to do is shorten the lengths. Your challenge today is going to be to build 3 different kinds of structures. The first one is the tallest structure. How tall can you build a structure? The second is going to be a long one. Can you build one that bridges a gap? And the third one is going to be one that can support some type of weight. So the first thing you want to do is we're going to do the tallest structure here first. And I'm not going to make a super tall structure. You'll have to do that. Now, if you don't have a measuring implement like a ruler, you could use a piece, like I think this piece is about the right size for what I want to do to build my tall structure. And measure it against and break your spaghetti. Now you'll be able with your marshmallows to help even stuff out, so it doesn't have to be exact for what you're doing. So much spaghetti. Now you could use fettuccine noodles. Those have a different shape to them, so it might give you a different stability to your structures. So I'm going to break some apart here. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we've got groups of 4 here, so I'm going to stop with that amount for my tall structure. And then I need some marshmallows. And the marshmallows here, again, I'm using ones because we have mini marshmallows that we never use in my household. I'm going to put a marshmallow on the end of my spaghetti. I'm going to repeat that 4 times. Oh, I broke my spaghetti. Good thing I have extra spaghetti, just for such an instance. All right. Now you'll want to repeat and put marshmallows on the other end as well. The great thing is marshmallows are like, this bag was $1 something, I think, so it's cheap. You can do this with gumdrops too, but those are a little more expensive. Miss Heather likes to do things on a budget. They look like little weights that you're lifting. All right. So we've got our 4 here. Then what I'm going to do is make crossbars. And here's where, since I have marshmallow and some of it is not even, we want to make the best square possible. So let's see here. We're going to scoot stuff in there. Look at that. You've made a square. I'm going to need more spaghetti. Ha! So push them in there. I'm going to need more spaghetti pieces because I did not calculate that out completely right. But the great thing about spaghetti is you just snap and go, snap and go. So then we're going to attach our ones on top here. And one's on top here. All right, I'm going to need one more piece of spaghetti for this. And or snap these so that they're about the right length. There we go. So we now have a cube, and you can repeat this and go up with your structure. You might have to help get that base stabilized a little bit. So you have this, so you can add another layer and another layer until it's tall. See how tall you can build your structure and then measure it. And you can measure it by, if you've got a ruler, you can do inches, or if you've got tape measure, you can do tape measure using the inches. Or if you don't, non-standard units of measurement. Just make sure, like it's a spaghetti stick. So maybe it's, one, or this would be about half a regular piece of spaghetti tall. And that's how you can do those non-standard or non-traditional units. Just make sure that it's the same thing. It can't be, two different type of things. Try to keep it standard. So that's the first part of the challenge. Now the second part of the challenge for today is to make a long that would stretch across a distance. So I've got 2 books that I'm going to do as my distance. You could do 2 tables or chairs, but Miss Heather always has books around that work really well for distances. Because we are going longwise, we may want to, and it's wiser to keep it a lower profile rather than having a higher profile that can be wibbly wobbly. So I've gone back to my square, and I'm going to add to the ends instead. And let's see here, so we could do long ends. Now you may notice that some of it is a little wibbly and wobbly, and you can add bracing struts to help them along, because when you go, if you have a bridge like this, it wobbles. So what you can do, again, spaghetti is this fantastic material that you can just snap, is you can run bracers across to help give it a little more stability. And so we'll go, let's see, I'll do one more length this way. I'll actually take that bracer out and snap it just a little bit, because it was causing a little bit of cattywampus there. And of course, it is a stream challenge, so you are going to have to figure out how long you can go. Can you go from, like, the couch to the TV? Across the room. Miss Heather's just going to do 2 books and put it across there and across there. Now, we might have to put those supporting structures in there. To help keep it. There we go. That was a lucky break. Literally. All right. See how far you can get across with your bridges. You may have to add weight to them. So, Miss Heather's is a little droopy there. So your challenge is to do much better than Miss Heather, doing a bridge across. That is challenge number 2. Now your final challenge is a weight challenge. So this would not hold a whole lot of weight, and our cubes on their own might not. But it's your time to be creative and figure out a way to build a structure that would hold a lot of weight and how much weight it could hold up. So I'm actually going to start with my bridge shape here just because I like it has supports already built in. And looks like my ends are not quite the same height, but I think that'll be okay for this demo here. So I'll bring that down a little bit. Bring that down a little bit. And poke this down. And I'm going to put some braces on the boxes that are open still. And one more. So I'm building it a little different than like just my regular architecture because I'm not worried about light and height. I'm worried about being able to support some weight on here. So, oh no, I broke it. All right, guess what? The glue of things that breaks. Ah, it's another marshmallow. Or Miss Heather's just going to have to replace this one that she keeps breaking. Because once one part breaks, it all starts to break. So we'll just go ahead and put another length in there. There we go. So I've got kind of a higgledy-piggledy structure here. And I think the closest thing that Miss Heather has to put some weight on it are some pens. So I could put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, it might take my whole pen cup. Nope, it started to go down. So your challenge is to do better than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pens worth of weight. And that is our stream challenge for this week. Keep your eyes posted for our challenge next week. And on Thursday at 2 o'clock, we have our first performer performing. That's Chris Facione. I'll be posting that video at 2 o'clock on Thursday for you to enjoy either on the website or on our Facebook page. Have a wonderful day and have fun building and seeing just how far you can push those food structures.